Welcome everyone to Drink While You Think. It's been taking a little while to get going here. I've had some technical issues, which is not the first time. But for a first time ever on Drink While You Think, yes, we have somebody moving in a moving vehicle. Your host here, Kenji, and always.
And I'm Matthew, and we promise there will be no drinking and then driving at the same time.
Only water.
Only water.
Only water.
And we got our buddy Byron with us. This is awesome. Glad to have you, my friend. Give us a quick intro on you, what you're doing, and clearly, normally most hosts, our co-hosts who join us, or guests, sorry, tell us what they're drinking. Looks like you're drinking water, but what are you doing? Tell us what you're up to professionally, and what are you doing right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So excited to be here to play today. Currently I am the VP of Growth and Success at Botkeeper. Been here about a year and a half, through some pretty exciting times and moving into some pretty exciting times. And yes, while I fully anticipated sitting on the back deck for the show, looking over the farm, drinking a Sagamore rye whiskey with you guys, I'm actually driving to take prom pictures for my daughter who graduated from high school this year. So it was a pretty traumatic senior year for her, and they put together a social distancing prom for them. So kind of a big deal. For me, I dropped a shit ton of money on a dress that never got worn. So I'm going to take some pictures.
We are sympathetic. We don't have kids graduating this year, but we have kids that are seniors going into a senior. Both of us have a senior going into.
Our oldest are both 1 year after yours there, so we're almost to that point. But
they'll have a pretty brutal senior too. So yeah, pretty rough.
I'm going to be a bad host, and I'm going to drink in front of you, and I am going to drink the Oyster City Hooter Brown.
That's a good beer.
I just got back from St. George's Island in Florida, where they have 6 COVID cases, so not a crazy case, and Apalachicola over there. So the Hooter Brown Amber Ale. So.
Nice.
Yummy.
Yeah, I'm going with just Hoegaarden. This is a Belgian wheat. A good old classic. I'm drinking these because actually my latest beer that I brewed is a German wheat, a Hefeweizen. So I kind of wanted a little bit of, some comparison. So,
Okay.
Around.
Nice.
So, a little cheers. And next time, dude, a little Sagamore rye whiskey.
Are you at least going with the Dasani water, which is an homage to the Atlanta folks?
It's Dasani water because that's what was in the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of our dear
products, Atlanta.
One of our dear friends only allows Dasani water at our tailgate because he is in the accounting group up there, way up in the rafters. But
actually, this is a unplanned good segue. Before we get to the really super exciting accounting stuff, the unplanned, the more fun stuff is. I was curious. Remind me, you're in the Maryland area, is that right?
Yes, you got it. Yep, in Maryland.
Are you an NFL fan?
I am an NFL fan, but not a Baltimore fan.
Okay, so are you a Washington, whoever this name team is?
Oh, Deadskins fan. So I did grow up a Deadskins fan when they were actually 80s Joe Gibbs legacy. Not long after Dan Snyder bought the team, I officially packed up all my burgundy and gold, never to be touched again.
That is a very smart move.
And now?
Yeah. Now I would be a Denver Broncos fan.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Now, do you moving teams based on personnel, players who are there, or any other allegiance?
So the Broncos have always been my AFC team. So I grew up NFC Redskins, and then the Broncos were my AFC team. I was born in Denver, so there is some logic to the randomness.
Gotcha.
That's great.
Well, I wasn't sure. I was thinking, okay, he's either Ravens or Washington, whatever the team name is. They're going to be that. Matthew and I, when there's actually football, most of this actually is a little bit of accounting talk sprinkled in with NFL. So we're looking for anything anytime to talk NFL, we usually take our shot. So
absolutely.
I like the dead skin. I like that. That's a nice touch.
It's either the Deadskins or the Possums because they play dead at home and get killed on the road.
Oh, that's funny.
That's good.
That's really good.
Well, I know this will be a little tricky, but I promised Matthew, it's not too tricky. I promised Matthew, I'm like, you got to see Byron's tattoo.
Yeah, we can pull it off. Hold on. Can you hold this for me, babe? Just point it at my arm. No, the camera's here.
Okay.
Can you see?
Can you see it?
CPA.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
awesome.
is a real tattoo.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We're good. That is a real, in fact, tattoo. Absolutely. I still haven't figured out if, it requires me to keep my license for as long as I'm alive. But, we'll figure that out later.
I'm sure the state society would require that.
I'm sure you guys probably know Tom Hood. I've been trying like hell to get Tom to get it, but he will not pull the trigger.
We'll do it. Yeah. Have you encountered any other CPA or accounting themed tattoos?
No, I haven't. The closest I've seen is IMA did a marketing. I think they had a commercial or something that actually showed I can't remember. It might have been it was a big flag that was assets equal liabilities plus equity on the back. Yeah. Yep. So that's pretty hardcore.
So we've heard a couple of good ones. That's a good one. You're going so legit that you're putting the profession in ink on your arm. That's some next level stuff. The other one that we had, Byron, Matthew, we want to tell them real quick about the Aprio one.
Oh, did you hear about Aprio when they bought John White in North Carolina?
Yep.
The managing partner had to change his middle name to Aprio because North Carolina has the arcane laws to be able to change the name. So that was awesome.
Absolutely. When I heard that story, that was that's dedication. Clearly, I wonder how much Aprio paid extra to have him do that. Hopefully, they covered at least the legal fees.
Yeah, I'm sure they covered the legal fees for that. I think that Richard is doing fine.
Yeah,
so. But we have not seen that same dedication. We're not aware of anybody at Botkeeper that has changed their middle name to Botkeeper on any of the teams. So just saying, Aprio's got you guys covered there.
I mean, come on.
They got us beat there for sure. That would be dedication for sure. I could see Enrico changing his name to Botkeeper. I think he would do it.
The gauntlet has been thrown down now.
There you go. So, all right, we'll switch into the less fun stuff. No tattoos, NFL stuff. Botkeeper, man, you guys just raised capital, $25 million. Is that right? A couple months ago.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
good timing.
It was pretty amazing. I mean, the raise was in motion when the world shut down, and so it was kind of like, what, how's this going to turn out? And the fact that there's still folks out there who believe doing and ready to put some cash behind it. I think that despite the just unknown that we're facing in the world right now is pretty awesome.
That is awesome. I mean, I think it's exciting. I mean, Matthew and I obviously we do with Acuity do a lot of work around the venture space, and we're typically big fans of kind of venture. It's interesting thinking about it. And so I think when it merges, things that we're interested in, like venture capital and high growth, you merge it into our profession. Like it's exciting. I mean, cheering for you guys and hoping it works. Have you guys kind of specified what or planned out what you guys are doing with this capital? Where it's kind of sales, marketing, or more product stuff, or what's kind of the plan?
Yeah. So first, thank you for that for sure. And we do. I mean, obviously product development is a major investment. I mean, we with the first round of 18 million that we raised, definitely put in a lot of energy into the development team, and then sales and marketing. Is the organization that I'm a part of. We definitely grew that out, but this round is really focused on the product and development team. There's could be some announcements coming here soon of a big key hire that we just made that is really going to bring some major depth and experience to the product team to really mature things out. So it's really exciting because we're working through some of the roadmap initiatives that we're looking to build out with this funding, and I'm getting excited about it. There's just so much opportunity to really do some fun stuff when you have a strong development team behind you.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was your guy? I mean, our entire profession's been talking about it. You guys are really close to it because you kind of are in this very super similar space. But when you guys heard about ScaleFactor shutting down, was that like a bit of like a holy shit or surprise, or was that like we knew something was going on, or I don't know, what was your guys' take on it?
Yeah, so actually it was so funny because that not that they failed, but right after they failed. I had an internal meeting set up with one of our business development guys, and I jumped on the call, and he goes, "You called it," and I was like, "I called what?" And he was like, "ScaleFactor." I was like, "What'd I call?" He's like, "When we talked like 6 months ago, you said you thought that ScaleFactor was not going to be successful and they would fail." I was like, "Well, shit." So I mean, and I'll tell you, so the reason that I felt that way is, look, you guys know it. What you all do at Acuity, it requires humans. It requires, like, you are talking to your clients day in, day out. My fiance, future wife, who's sitting here next to me, she's an accountant. She is on the phone with her clients all day long, advising them, helping them through things. And, ScaleFactor, like, you cannot scale that. It does not scale in a software perspective. And when we as an organization at Botkeeper really made the intention to focus by and large all of our energy behind purely powering the accountants and just being the engine behind the numbers and still ensuring that there's a relationship there to translate the numbers and advise on the numbers, like it was obvious to me that is the winning formula. And ScaleFactor was never going to do that. And you saw, like, they started trying to like pivot their service and try to, do kind of this Uber CFO type thing, and which I think it was just too little too late at that point. The ship had already left, and it just wasn't going to turn into something good.
Yeah, I think that's I mean, I guess I'll maybe kick it over to Matthew, kind of give his thoughts on it. We've talked about it before on here, but it's super interesting getting your take. I think ours is probably really similar, if not identical, to your take. Matthew, was your same thing too, or how did you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I was just always, it was great that they were putting that much capital in accounting, in the industry, and I believe in it, and I believe there's some consolidation needed, probably standardization and all that kind of stuff. But while I can never see the valuation for what they were trying to do, I kept seeing a small, some kind of dashboard, which we, our partners provide for $30 to $100 a month, and then just what we do, that was their package, and maybe some workflows go behind it. But again, we have a partner that does that. It was just interesting to see what they were trying to couple together and their investment thesis. Just totally different kind of thing. So I was really kind of bummed because I really liked really believe in what they were trying to do, right?
I don't disagree with that. I don't agree with the approach of how they were doing it, right? I mean, we're rooting for them,
Right.
but I don't know that going out and trying to solve the entire problem. One company trying to solve the entire problem. Hey, we're going to completely automate accounting, right? And do all of it. Because I think all of us who are in the community know how many tech partners we have to rely on. All the tech partners have to rely on the channel, which is the accounting firm. And there's it's complex. And these small businesses are so diverse and different. So going out and building a better, more efficient accounting function for a small business is awesome. I mean, that is a noble effort. I think we should all be pursuing it. I think the go it alone strategy of like, we're going to do all of it, right? That's what I think is the dangerous approach that's too complex. And I think that's what, to your point, Byron, that came back. I think you guys, we spoke about this either in an internal team meeting video or maybe even on here. You said that, I think that when you think about what you guys are doing, it's very different, right? You guys are out there, in fact, trying to empower the accounting community, especially help some of those accounting firms. There's some good accounting firms out there that haven't really modernized yet. You don't have some of the tools in place. Whereas they can leverage you guys and say, you know what, we can pretty quickly jumpstart and leverage and leverage the technology that Botkeeper has to kind of bring us forward. But doing all of it, I don't think that works. So.
That's exactly right. And there's so much opportunity to automate certainly the numbers, but there's so much more to accounting beyond that. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, it takes people pushing the envelope and failing to push everybody else into some form of innovation. So I'm sure it's not all in vain for the industry, but it definitely we know what doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys, being that you're trying to bring so much automation into the industry, are you guys still feel like you're having to answer the question of, hey, is automation bad for accountants? Like, does it kill jobs? Is it going to take over our jobs? The robots coming to get us, Are you guys still going? Are people still, asking that or feeling that? Is that an obstacle you guys have to overcome, or are people starting to settle down?
I would say people are starting to settle down for sure, but it does come up. And, where we see it is we'll have firm leadership who will reach out to us and they want to learn about Botkeeper, and we'll have a conversation with them, and they're like, awesome, I'm going to bring in either our head director of CAS or our head bookkeeper or whatever that role is in the organization to also have the conversation. And that's usually where we see the friction point, because it's a threat to their role and their position. And I would say that being said, we've had a lot of success in really having the conversation and really showing them the value of us handling, I say to them every day, like, do you like doing reconciliations? Because I've yet to see somebody who raises their hand and says yes. So, because we're going to do that, you're going to be able to focus on doing some of the stuff you really enjoy. And, at that point, people start to kind of like, all right, let me listen.
Yeah. Mr. May, what's your take on, does automation and bots kill jobs?
It just changes jobs. I mean, we talk to our folks about it all the time, like, just embrace it. Like, the technology, if you look at, all the, technology, whatever you call it, what is it, Moore's Law, they call it, the technology doubles every 5 years or something. And you just got to adapt, be ready for it. So any kind of automation, I mean, it's not Botkeeper, it's going to be QBO. I'm more worried about QBO automating jobs away than Botkeeper sometimes, for the jobs, and nobody's carried them into it, which I think is funny.
Yeah,
it's an equal threat, right?
Yeah, I think, to your point, it's a change. Right? It changes jobs. But, and there's probably some small disruption very locally, like with specific, very specific roles, but I mean, by and large, I think this phenomenon of automation or machinery, even if you go back hundreds of years ago, is going to ruin, is going to, replace the human. None of those have ever played out, right? We've always become, by and large, the more jobs. Economic situations do improve for everybody. Yeah, you got a couple jobs have to change, but yeah, as for, I guess a little bit, Matthew, your point about QuickBooks, making QuickBooks Live in particular, automating and things like that. I mean, to me, when I think, I guess tying it all the way back to scale factor, if anyone's got a shot at possibly taking that down, it might be Intuit, who's got like an $80 billion market cap. And even they're, I mean, even that's going to be difficult for them, right? So a startup coming in trying to do all that, it's going to have a tough time. Anyway, now I've kind of merged the two concepts there, but it's wild times for sure. For sure.
It is. It is. It's exciting times, and I think back to early 2000s, just the conversations of cloud, and I mean at this point it's oxygen, right? And that's what all of this will become ultimately. It's just oxygen.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with you. This is wild, man. I feel like as I'm looking at this, I'm like, this feels like Drink While You Think mixed with carpool karaoke, I guess, Matthew, any other questions you got? Any other kind of quick thoughts before we let Byron kind of keep trucking down the road?
No, I'm good. I hope your daughter has a great virtual prom.
Yeah, we're going to have to take notes.
We'll have to take notes because I'm pretty sure next year I'm starting to look 12 months out going, oh my gosh, is my kid going to have a prom?
Yeah. Definitely prepare them for it. So
it's I'll say this: we had some friends of ours. Their son is as same year as your daughter, same situation, and I think they had some kind of same thing, kind of prom party down here in Georgia, and I think where things went a little sideways was the post parties. So I think there was a little bit of a few of them who actually got a little sick, and not just sick from acting like teenagers. I mean they're doing fine right now, but that's all us parents do, right? We just worry about our kids and our teenagers out and about. So gotta keep an eye on those post parties. The pre-party, dad out there at the camera, that's one thing. But I know when it was my prom, we were not being socially distant.
No, there was definitely no social distancing, and safety was definitely not the top priority. For sure.
Very low on the list. Safety was very low on the list. I hate it. I hate it for these kids. I hate it for your daughter. I hate it for all the kids out there.
Yeah.
Glad she's getting a little bit of something out there today. Man, appreciate you jumping on. This has been great. We gotta do it again. I know that you and Matthew are kind of more kindred spirits too. You've got, I think I've seen some of that farmland you've got. And you're pretty handy and build a bunch of things, right? So we'll have to get you next time on the porch overlooking the farm with a drink in hand and do this again, dude.
I would love that.
Chicken coop. And you do it in front of you got the farm there.
There you go. I'll do it from the horse stall. You do it from the chicken coop. That sounds awesome.
There you go.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, I appreciate it, guys, and definitely appreciate you working with the little audible here. Definitely fun, but look forward to doing it again with the drink for sure.
Absolutely. Cool. Great seeing you, man. Thanks. Safe driving. And we'll catch y'all soon. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Sounds good. Take care, guys.